The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet was a popular sitcom that aired from the late 1950s to the early 1960s in the United States. This show became the longest-running live-action sitcom in American television history, holding the record until 2. Ricky Nelson was born on May 8, 1940 in Teaneck, New Jersey. His parents, Ozzie and Harriet Nelson, were already well established in show business, with Ozzie being a successful bandleader and Harriet an accomplished singer. As a result, Ricky was exposed to the entertainment industry from a young age. However, Ricky's childhood was not without its challenges. He suffered from severe asthma, which often kept him indoors and isolated from other children. Additionally, Ricky was quite shy and introverted, which earned him the label of an awkward oddball among his peers. Despite these challenges, Ricky's parents encouraged his interest in music and performance. He began playing the guitar at the age of 7, and often performed with his parents on their popular radio show, The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. As Ricky grew older, he began to pursue a career in music and acting outside of his family's show. However, his shyness and asthma continued to pose challenges. He often had to take breaks during filming to manage his asthma symptoms, and his introverted nature made it difficult for him to connect with others on set. Despite these obstacles, Ricky persevered and became a successful singer and actor in his own right. His contributions to the entertainment industry would leave a lasting impact and resonate with audiences for generations to come. Ricky Nelson, born Eric Hilliard Nelson, began his career in show business as a child star in the late 1940s. He appeared in the radio program The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, which later became a television show in 1952. The show featured Nelson's real-life parents, Ozzie and Harriet, and his older brother, David. Ricky Nelson played himself, and his character evolved from a shy and insecure teenager to a confident young man over the course of the show's run. The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet provided Nelson with a platform to showcase his musical talents. He began performing on the show, singing songs that became popular hits. Nelson's good looks, charisma, and talent for singing made him a teen idol in the 1950s. His music career took off, and he released several successful albums and singles. Nelson's acting skills also improved as he grew more comfortable in front of the camera. His character on The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet became the focal point of the show, and Nelson's performances were praised by critics and audiences alike. He starred in several movies during the 1950s and 1960s, including Rio Bravo and Love and Kisses. Despite his success, Nelson remained humble and grounded. He credited his family for his career beginnings and often spoke about the importance of staying true to oneself. Nelson's public persona was that of a wholesome and talented young man, which endeared him to fans and colleagues. In conclusion, Ricky Nelson's career beginnings were marked by his role in The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. The show allowed him to ease his insecurities and grow into his public persona, showcasing his musical talents and acting skills. Nelson's humility and talent made him a beloved figure in the entertainment industry, and his contributions continue to be celebrated today. Ricky Nelson, originally known as Eric Hilliard Nelson, was an actor who became a successful musician. His love for music started at a young age, and he was heavily influenced by artists like Carl Perkins. In the late 1950s, Nelson decided to venture into music, and his first single, I'm Walking, was a hit. The song, which was a cover of Fats Domino's original, showcased Nelson's unique voice and style. Another early hit for Nelson was A Teenager's Romance, which he recorded with the group The Jewels. The song became a massive hit and helped establish Nelson as a rising star in the music industry. In addition to covering popular songs, Nelson also wrote and performed original music. One of his earliest original hits was You Just Can't Quit, which he released in 1958. The song, which was written by Nelson, became a top 10 hit and helped solidify his place in the music industry. Nelson's music was popular among both teenagers and adults, and his unique blend of rock and roll, country, and pop helped him stand out from his contemporaries. He continued to release successful albums throughout the 1960s and 1970s, and his music remains popular to this day. Throughout his music career, Nelson released a total of 35 studio albums, 14 compilation albums, and 54 singles. He sold over 50 million records worldwide and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1987. In conclusion, Ricky Nelson's music career was marked by his unique sound, which blended rock and roll, country, and pop. Influenced by artists like Carl Perkins, Nelson went on to produce hits like I'm Walking, and a teenager's romance, as well as original songs such as You Just Can't Quit. His contributions to the music industry helped shape the sound of rock and roll and continue to resonate with audiences today. Ricky Nelson, born Eric Hilliard Nelson, was a popular actor and musician who was part of the Nelson family, known for their wholesome image on their TV show, The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. However, despite the happy family portrayed on screen, the Nelsons had their share of underlying tensions. The patriarch Ozzie Nelson was a controlling figure who managed the careers of both Ricky and his older brother David. This control extended to their personal lives, causing friction within the family. For instance, Ozzie reportedly disapproved of Ricky's marriage to Kristen Harmon, leading to a strained relationship between father and son. The family's TV show, which aired from 1952 to 1966, provided a platform for the Nelsons to showcase their talent and also served as a way to ease the family tensions. By working together, they were able to maintain a semblance of unity, even as tensions simmered beneath the surface. Ricky, in particular, found success as a musician, with hits like Hello, Mary Lou, and Travelin' Man. However, his music career was also a source of tension, as Ozzie tried to exert control over him. Despite these challenges, the Nelson family persevered, maintaining their wholesome image and continuing to work together. The complex family dynamic of the Nelsons serves as a reminder that even seemingly perfect families have their share of struggles. The participation in their TV show allowed them to navigate these tensions and create something positive together. Ricky Nelson, the talented singer and actor, married Kristen Harmon in 1963. The couple had met a few years earlier and quickly became smitten with each other. They had 4 children together and appeared to be a happy family. However, their marriage was far from perfect. Disagreements over Ricky's career and lifestyle led to numerous challenges in their relationship. Ricky's focus on his music and acting often took him away from home, leaving Kristen to raise their children alone. This created a significant amount of tension between the two, and they often found themselves at odds with one another. As Ricky's career continued to take off, he began to struggle with substance abuse, which further strained their relationship. Kristen, who was raised in a stable and loving home, struggled to cope with Ricky's lifestyle and the chaos that often surrounded him. Despite their best efforts to work through their issues, Ricky and Kristen's marriage ultimately became too tumultuous to continue. They separated in 1977 and officially divorced in 1982. The divorce was a long and drawn-out process marked by bitterness and anger on both sides. Despite the challenges they faced, Ricky and Kristen's marriage lasted for over 15 years, and they remained committed to co-parenting their children. Their relationship may not have been perfect, but it was a significant part of both of their lives and one that they both struggled to move past. In the end, Ricky Nelson's marriage to Kristen Harmon was a complex and often challenging one. While they had many happy moments together, they also faced numerous obstacles that ultimately led to their divorce. Nonetheless, their relationship was an important one, and one that had a lasting impact on both of their lives. Ricky Nelson, the talented singer and actor, tragically died in a plane crash on December 31, 1985, at the age of 45. The crash was a result of a defective heater on the plane, causing a fire. There were also reports of traces of cocaine found in Nelson's system, but his sons disputed these findings. Nelson was best known for his role as a teen idol in the 1950s, appearing on his family's television show, The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. He also had a successful music career with hits like Travelin' Man and Hello, Mary Lou. Despite his fame and success, Nelson's life was marked by personal struggles. He had a history of substance abuse, which may have contributed to the events leading up to the plane crash. However, his sons have disputed the claims of drug use and have stated that the defective heater was the sole cause of the fire. The news of Nelson's death shocked the entertainment industry and his fans. His contributions to music and television had left a lasting impact, and his sudden passing was a tragic loss. His memory continues to live on through his music and the legacy he left behind. The investigation into the plane crash revealed that the defective heater was the cause, and there was no evidence of foul play or pilot error. However, the reports of drug use have continued to be a topic of discussion and speculation among Nelson's fans and those in the entertainment industry. Despite these controversies, Ricky Nelson will always be remembered for his talent and contributions to the entertainment industry. His music and television appearances continue to be enjoyed by audiences of all ages, and his memory lives on as a beloved figure in American pop culture. In conclusion, Ricky Nelson's tragic death in a plane crash was a loss for the entertainment industry and his fans. The cause of the crash was a defective heater, but reports of drug use have continued to be a topic of discussion. Nevertheless, Nelson's talent and contributions to music and television will always be remembered. Ricky Nelson's life and career had a profound impact on American culture. Despite his public image as a clean-cut teen idol, Nelson's personal life was marked by challenges and struggles. However, his contributions to music and television cannot be overlooked. Nelson's influence on music was significant. He was one of the first artists to successfully bridge the gap between rock and roll and country music, creating a sound that was both unique and popular. His music resonated with audiences and helped to shape the musical landscape of the time. In addition to his music, Nelson was also a successful actor. He starred in the popular television show The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, which aired from 1952 to 1966. The show was one of the first to depict middle-class family life in a realistic and humorous way, and it helped to establish Nelson as a likable and relatable figure. Despite his success, Nelson's personal life was marked by struggles. He struggled with drug addiction and had a tumultuous relationship with his father, Ozzie Nelson. These challenges were largely hidden from the public, creating a disparity between Nelson's public persona and private realities. Despite these challenges, Nelson's impact on American culture is undeniable. His music and acting helped to define a generation and continue to be enjoyed by audiences today. His daughter, Tracy Nelson, has spoken about her father's legacy, highlighting the disparity between his public and private lives and shedding light on the challenges he faced. In conclusion, Ricky Nelson's life and career left a significant mark on American culture. His music and acting helped to shape the cultural landscape of the time, and his influence can still be felt today. Despite his personal challenges, Nelson's contributions to music and television are a testament to his talent and enduring appeal.